Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be taking you through my 10 most repurchased products that I have repurchased once. I've repurchased twice. Some of these I've repurchased like 5 times, okay? That is the mark of true success in this house, okay? I try a lot of new products. I have products coming out of my ears all of the time. New things come along. I'm always trying new makeup and finding new loves and new favorites and new holy grails. So if I'm actually using a product up and repurchasing it more than once even, it's a miracle is what it is. And that says a lot about these products and how tried and tested and true and faithful and how much longevity they have in my life, in my drawer. Let's get started. So first up, let's talk about one of the products here that on my table in front of me that I have had for the longest amount of time in my life, and it is the original Tatcha Silk Canvas. I haven't spoken about this on my channel for a very long time, but not because I've changed my mind about it or anything like that, just because I decided to change to the liquid, or to try the liquid when the liquid came out, and I've just been using that one ever since. This is still an absolute love and a holy grail of mine. As you guys know, I love the Tom Ford now, more so than the liquid silk canvas, but once that liquid is used up, I'm going to be repurchasing this one for, I think, either the third or fourth time. Okay, the third or fourth time I've picked one of these Tatcha silk canvases up. I'm obsessed with it. If this was available in the UK, I would have already repurchased it because I just think it's amazing. This is fully gone. It lasts so long. It lasts like a year. I love that it protects my skin from the nasties in the air and the environment, and it keeps like a layer, a barrier between my skin and makeup and pollution and all of that kind of stuff. But it also just gives me the most beautiful, healthy, juicy, refreshed and hydrated base for my makeup. It helps my makeup look fresh all day. It's one of my absolute favorite products of all time, and it is my holy grail primer still, until I get to try this against the Tom Ford, and then we'll make a final decision. But it's certainly either first or second on my list, and it's certainly the most repurchased primer I've ever had. It's truly as good as they say. Next up, a concealer. Will be no surprises to anyone who's been here more than once, and it is the Pat McGrath concealer. This one is almost completely gone. This is the shade 9, which is my preferred winter shade. I've already purchased another one. That will be my third, and that's just this shade. I've also gone through a 14, which is my summer shade, and I'm on my second 14 as well. I've also used up another shade along the way. I think it was like a 10 or 11, whichever shade I started off before I switched to 9. I've gone through like 5 of these concealers is what I'm saying. And in this day and age, I try concealers all of the time. To have repurchased that many times, this concealer has been in my life for years now and nothing has beaten it. Holy grail all the way, bar none. It gives me the full coverage. I use a tiny amount. It has great undertones. It doesn't crease. Oh, it doesn't separate. It doesn't wear off too quickly. I don't need to set it. I do prefer to set my concealer, but I don't have to. I just love the combination of this and the Pat McGrath powder, which I love just as much as the concealer. It's just absolutely perfect in every single way. It's so smooth under the eyes, so flattering, so forgiving, and yeah, I'm obsessed. Next up, a mascara that I have repurchased probably 4 times, let's say, and it's the Pat McGrath Dark Star. Obviously, this is a brand new one that's just arrived and the newest repurchase that I have here. My absolute favorite when it comes to dramatic big fat lashes. This is it for me. It doesn't clump, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't get everywhere, it doesn't make a mess, but it gives me that huge big fat lash that I seek, that I just crave, that gives me joy. Okay, again, this has been out for a good couple of years now, and I just keep wanting and needing it. More and more mascaras come out all the time. I found so many mascaras that I absolutely love, but I always need to have one of these because it's just it when it comes to the big fat full volume, like fake looking lashes, this is still like my number one. A bit of a boring product, but a necessary one. And this is the Benefit Brow Gel, the only brow gel, like classic brow gel, that has ever worked for my brows. And it wasn't always the case. Before I started laminating my brows, or having them laminated, I don't do it myself, absolutely not. But before I started having my brows laminated, no gel, no nothing would work on my brows. The ABH Brow Freeze was the closest thing that came to actually keeping my brows for any length of time whatsoever where I wanted them. But that's quite a different type of product. Gel had never worked for me. This gel had never worked for me. Once I started getting my brows laminated, I don't need to use gel for probably like 4, 5, 6 even weeks. But when I get to like in between, I don't like to have them laminated more than every like 8 or 9 weeks. But those last couple of weeks in between laminations, I start to use gel again because my brows have kind of lost a lot of the lamination and they need a little something to stay in place how I want them. And now this is just amazing. You use such a small amount. The applicator is just perfect for like smoothing your brows and getting them where you want them. And now that they're laminated, when they're wearing off, this will absolutely fully keep them in place. And it's just so easy to get the hairs where you want them and how you want them. This, I think, is my third one of these. They last a very long time. I don't see myself really ever needing another gel other than this one because it just does exactly what I want and need it to do. And if your brows aren't quite as annoying and stupid and stubborn and will not do what they're told as mine, you will probably get on with this far better than I did pre my lamination days. This is like it for so many people. Everybody swears by this, even those with really stubborn brows. I don't know what was wrong with mine. They needed lamination to just like fight them to the death. But now we're all good. We're all gravy, baby. Now we might as well talk about the other brow product that I have because we're on the brows, so why digress? And it's the Huda Brow Pencil. This is probably my fourth that is in my actual brow colour. So this is the shade 7 Black Brown. This is what I use on my brows. But I've also now started purchasing this. If you watch my liner video where I tried Smitha Deepak's eyeliner technique, I've now started using this to do my inner corner liner as well. That video and Smitha changed my life with that. So I now purchase and will repurchase multiple shades of this one. 7 is what I've used in my brows since it came out. My favourite brow pencil bar none. It's the tip for me. It's just so minuscule and tiny, and it just does the perfect hair-like strokes like nothing else. Everything else I've ever tried, it's just a little too large, or the consistency is too like smudgy, so the lines kind of smudge together rather than leaving you like hair-like strokes. This one is just so teeny and it lasts me a very long time. It doesn't smudge, it stays on the skin, it's very precise. It's absolutely perfect for how I like to do my brows, and like I said, this is probably my fourth. I'll continue to buy it for the foreseeable future. Another product I don't really talk about very often, so you may be surprised to know how much I love this, especially if you're new here, but it's the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. This, which is in its very last dregs, like tiny little bit left, is my third one, okay? My third contour wand. They last a very long time, and I don't actually contour that often, but if I do, if I'm doing like a full glam, I do use this every time. It's just so natural, and it's like, can I get some? Yes, I can get some out just to show you. It is cooler than my bronzer, but it's not crematorium grey. Okay, like I have issues with things that are too grey, too cool on me. It just doesn't work. This is just perfect because it's cooler than my bronzer. It's going to give me that dimension. It's going to sculpt the face, but without looking off, like without looking crazy, without looking too grey and unnatural on me for my undertones. It's just the perfect colour. I actually really like the sponge tip. I just find it really easy to get it where I want it and to keep it very precise, because with contour you don't want it to go, you know, really too high or just come too far in towards the center of your face. You want to keep it where you place it and just blend it into the skin, and this just helps me do that. And I know lots of people hate it and it gets all grubby, but for me it's a winner. It helps me apply it. And this stuff blends like nothing else. Like it blends with zero effort. It's not like you're having to blend it for ages, or you're having to kind of blend it upwards and it travels too far because you need to blend it somewhere. It just literally, with a sponge or a brush, the tiniest little taps, and it's blended in moments, blends itself almost. But it doesn't disappear. It just leaves a very beautiful, natural effect on the skin. Absolute holy grail contour product. It's just amazing. And that's coming from someone who hates creams and liquids in general. So I make an exception for this. Now, another mascara that, again, you guys are going to know. I've repurchased this mascara at least 3 times. Can't live without it. It's my holy grail. I love everything about it. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Push Up Lashes mascara. My favourite of all time. I love this packaging. It's so pretty. I just am obsessed. I love everything about it. It's the only mascara I've ever found that I love the same mascara on top and bottom lashes. That's so hard to find. She can't speak. That's how hard it is. It's so hard to find. The Dark Star, very hard to use on the lower lashes because the wand is so big and fat to get the fat lashes that it gives you on the top. It needs a huge, big, fat wand. Tricky to control and to get on your lower lashes without touching your skin. This one, no such problems. It's perfect for upper lashes. It's perfect for lower lashes. It's perfect for your cat's lashes. Don't put it on your cat, okay? That was a joke. I've never done that. But it just gives me like a fluttery, wide open, lifted, beautiful, like natural lash, but a big natural lash, you know? You know what I'm saying? Make any sense? Separation, lift, volume, but like not the big fat lashes of like the Dark Star, the Monsieur Big. It's a different breed altogether. So much separation and just pretty fluttery lashes. It's the mascara of dreams for me. This was love at first sight. This is, like I said, probably my 3rd. I've already ordered a 4th because I cannot live a day without this in my life. And yes, thank you, Charlotte Tilbury. Another pretty boring product, but one that I have had in my life for years. And this is the KVD Beauty Trooper Tattoo Liner. So Trooper is just the colour, it's black, okay? Call a spade a spade. But this is a liquid liner. It's the felt tip style. And I use this for my wings, you know, on the lids. Not, I don't fly with it. I use it, you know, to do my winged liner. The only eyeliner I've ever been able to do a wing with. You can just be so precise. It's so easy. It holds enough colour, enough pigment that you don't have to press, but not so much that it makes a mess. It's literally the idiot's guide to eyeliner. It makes it so easy. I never thought I'd be able to do winged liner or eyeliner of any sort. This does it like basically for you. Okay, anyone and their mum and their son and their daughter can do a winged liner with this if you just give it a few tries, a bit of practice, watch a few tutorials and get this, and you will be able to master a winged liner. It just does it for you. It's so easy, so precise, the perfect amount of flex versus firmness to the tip. This, I'm spiraling. But let me just say, it's the best of the best. I've never found one that is as easy to work with, or that I can in fact work with at all, other than this. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't budge, it's waterproof. If you cry tears of joy for whatever reason, it won't let you down. It's amazing. And I think this is my 3rd one. I don't use these up very often. They don't dry out. And I'm not someone that does winged liner all that often, but when I do, this is what I have. So I always have to have it in stock. I can't be without it, because if the mood takes me to do a winged liner, this is the only hope I have. And now finally, a product that I never thought I would be repurchasing in any brand, in any way, shape or form, but it's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. No, I really wanted to say Flawless, but it doesn't say that there, so. Oh wait, it does say that, it does say that. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I am not a setting, or I was not a setting spray believer. I was a doubter, okay? I'll hold my hands up. I didn't really believe they did anything before this one came along. I was a skeptic, and now I am a convert. I'm a believer, okay? I believe in the setting spray. I believe in this setting spray, okay? I got the little one. Is this the big one? Because it doesn't look very big, but I'm sure I ordered the big one. No, it's the 34 ml. Is there a bigger one than this? I don't know who I am anymore. I think there's a bigger one than this, but I don't know why I got the little one. I don't know why. I meant to order the big one, but I know why, because this one will fit in my drawer. That's just who I am. And there's no changing me now. But none of that had anything to do with anything, so maybe I'll just edit it out. But prior to this coming into my life and me really getting to play around with it and use it a lot over a period of time, I noticed that one, not only is this a delight to use, especially in the summer, when by the time I've finished my makeup, I'm like boiling hot and want to just take it all off. A lovely light mist of this is a joy and a treat to the skin. Lovely, very, very soft mist, a light, refreshing fragrance that will make you feel like you're at the spa. That's what it is. Am I selling it to you yet? Who knows? But this really does actually increase the longevity of my makeup. I 100% notice it. 100% there is a difference when I use this versus when I don't, particularly under like trying conditions like the summer months when it's hot and you're in and out of cold air and then hot air and it's maybe quite humid. This makes a big difference to how my makeup looks for longer. It's amazing. I never thought I'd get involved in setting spray, just didn't think I needed it, just didn't think it was necessary or that it really did anything. But this has a beautiful fine mist that really does help makeup melt into the skin, especially if like me you don't like setting with powder, then I would definitely recommend giving this a go because it has that sort of finishing effect to it, but it also does extend the longevity of your makeup. It's amazing. This is my second bottle. Haven't used that much of it yet, but then we've been in winter, okay? So the third one, I'm sure, will be on its way in a few months. So there you have it. Oh no, I missed one out. And last but not least, the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate foundation. Now, this is only the first time I've repurchased this foundation. So I have repurchased this once. This is my second. Well, it's not actually. I've got my summer shade, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count. I bought a different shade. That's not repurchasing. Now I have used up my winter shade, Shell Beige, and repurchased it because I used the full bottle up. The first time that I can remember using a full bottle of foundation ever. I mean, for many years, since I started my channel, certainly the first time I've used a full 30ml bottle of foundation. Just checking. You see there, I subtly was just checking that it was 30ml. Did you catch that? She's sneaky. But an entire bottle of foundation, that is nothing to be sniffed at. The amount of foundations that I try, the amount of foundations that I own that I love and will happily use any day of the week, yet I've used this entire bottle up and repurchased it when it's ridiculously expensive. It says more than I could ever tell you about this foundation. You know, it's my holy grail. It's my perfect foundation. It's my favorite of all of my favorites. I'm obsessed with it. It's just the perfect balance for me. It's medium coverage, but it's such a light, natural feeling and looking foundation. The finish is just angel skin personified. So glowy and luminous, but never shiny, never greasy. So flattering on the skin. Looks like I've had 10 hours sleep and drank 6 litres of water before I've even left my bedroom. It's gorgeous, glorious, wears brilliantly all year round. I love it. You guys know that. It's a miracle for me to have used up a whole foundation. It's really quite serious of an achievement for a creator like myself. And actually, I feel a little proud and smug about it, if you couldn't tell. So there you have it. Those are my 10 most repurchased makeup products, makeup items. Please let me know, what do you guys repurchase? What have you repurchased? What have you used up and instantly needed to get a new one? Is there something that you've repurchased like 3, 4, 5 times that you just can't get enough of? You need it. Please let us know in the comments section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye, 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 bye.